Yeah, NES Kirby's Adventure, man. This game is so much fun. And this game is a very special game on the 3DS because it's a part of the 3D Classic series. If you didn't know, the 3D Classic series was a very small thing on the 3DS where they actually remade older NES games in full 3D specifically for the 3DS. It was a really cool idea that I really wish that they could have really expanded on upon it, because there was only six 3D classic games ever released on the 3DS, and some of the games that they chose were lesser known games like Urban Champion, Excite Bike, Twin B as examples. Now, I made a Kid Icarus 3D Classic mini video that I'll have linked in the description box of this video, so please check that out. And I made a whole bunch of, I made some videos dedicated to the 3DS Virtual Console that I'll also have linked in the description of this video. So please check those videos out. But man, this was just such a cool idea. And there were so much NES games that they could have done 3D remakes of that would have been so cool. I mean, like, imagine Super Mario Brothers 3. Imagine if they would have done Game Boy or Game Boy Color games in 3D. Oh my goodness, Super Nintendo games in 3D would have been amazing. And I do know that they were planning on it. By the way, a really cool feature I would like to point out is look right over here. This is just a really cool effect that they have for 3DS eShop games, where they'll typically cycle through 3 different photos. I'm not sure how much they have for Kirby's Adventure, but either way, we're going to be watching this video right now. And another cool fact is, if you have the 3D on while watching this video is an actual 3D, and it looks amazing, by the way. But here we go. Okay, so we'll be looking at this description. Just pause the video if you want to read it, because obviously I can't get it all in one screen. Although, I guess if you include the top screen maybe, but there's this, like, you know, this bulge over here. So definitely get that and pause the video. And then let's look at these pictures. Yeah, do you consider the 3D Classics a part of the Virtual Console? Because obviously, for my NES 3DS Virtual Console video, I'll be adding these because these are still NES games. A cool difference between this, the 3D Classic games, and typical Virtual Console NES games is this bottom screen has this really cool checkerboard-like design to it. This game is so much fun. This was definitely the best game in the 3D Classic series. And let's go ahead and look at the ratings. Wow, this game got a lot of ratings. Pretty amazing. It's so sad that this game will no longer be purchasable. But if you ever decide to mod your 3DS, or if you already have one, I highly recommend getting this game on your modded 3DS if you're considering going into the modding scene or you already have a modded 3DS. But yeah, a question that I have for this video is, what game do you think they should have made a 3D Classic of? And we're not just going to limit it to NES games. We're going to do Game Boy Color, maybe even Game Boy Advance, although let's not include Game Boy Advance because that was never added to the 3DS. They should have added it. Or Super Nintendo games. What games would you have liked? For me, I'm going to name off a few games that would have been really cool to see in 3D. I think Yoshi's Island would have been an amazing 3D's classic game. Oddly enough, they never added that to the Wii U or 3DS Virtual Console. Yeah, that's something that I discovered while doing research for past Virtual Console videos. And I don't know why, but Dr. Mario on the Game Boy, I don't know. I just feel like that would have been a really fun game. That's kind of like my random game that I would have loved to have seen. But games like Donkey Kong Country on the Super Nintendo, who knows? Maybe the Pokemon games like Pokemon Crystal, although that would never happen, but that would have been really cool if they would have done that. Either way, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you guys have an amazing day. Goodbye.